Greetings and salutations from Devo Vibes. And definitely, it's storming right now. If you can hear in the background, it's raining, it is pouring. No people snoring, but definitely, it felt like I needed to make a video. I needed to talk about something. It's not anime related, it's not nerd related, it's more of what's going on in the world right now because many people will not agree with this, but it's happening. I feel like relationships right now are starting to become overrated. It's starting to become more words than anything else. Like, I can talk over the top of my head and talk about how relationships literally are starting to become null. It's starting to become pointless in a sense. Many people will say that why aren't good men coming to them, or where the good men are, or where the good women are, but at the same time, they're not looking at their actions, or they're not looking at what they do to make a man or a woman leave. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are some good men as much as there are some good women, as there are some men that basically mess up a relationship as much as there are women who screw up their chances at being in a relationship. I should know because I've had multiple people in my life that I've been with, and some of them messed the relationship up as much as I have moments that I messed the relationship up. So I can definitely understand where people are coming from. But at the same time, though, I basically give people the same energy that they give me. So literally, if somebody wanted to sell sleazy, I will literally sell sleazy back and basically give it to them tenfolds over, and then that's how the relationship ends. And to be honest, I have never in my life had a relationship that lasted long. I have had a long on and off relationship, but never a relationship that lasted over 6 months. And that's saying a lot, and it's very disappointing to say the least. And I honestly feel the need to say that it's pretty much pointless nowadays to basically be in a relationship because it's either people being entitled or people just talking out their ass. And it really just makes it feel that there's no point in doing it. Like, and the fact that YouTube is covering it, YouTubers are really covering it, and the fact that so many women are talking about how, oh, why aren't there some good men out here when they're in their 30s and basically learning their lessons, quote, quote, learning lessons, that where the good men are, why am I not getting married? Why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting that? Woman, please. You literally know why you ain't getting no good men. You know exactly why you are not getting a good partner because that is the type that you get. Literally, a woman will literally look past a guy that says hello to them on the street, and this happens so often in here in New York where you can't even say hello. Even one of my coworkers that I talk to at my job, he even says it himself. Literally, he walked down the street, he tried to just say hello to someone. They look at him funny and then just walk away. Like, that is so rude. That's so rude. And people are basically making it seem like, what's the problem? He was a stranger. She didn't know him. He could have basically been a stalker. How would you have known, though? Like, you don't even give them the time of day to know them as a person. And it really aggravates so many people where you can't even say hello. You can't say how is your day going without somebody basically trying to run away or just avoid them. And they aren't even trying to do anything mean or disrespectful. Ugh. And then people wonder where the good men are. You are pushing them away. That's why. And then when it comes to certain good women, and I'm saying that, quote, good women, because sometimes there are good women. There are good women who work hard, try to do their best, and try to make the best of every single situation, and able to find a good relationship and know their values. But then there are those women that think they know their values and literally make the same mistakes that they made in their last relationship that was literally toxic. They didn't get help for said toxic behavior, and then they jump into a relationship and just to jump into another relationship afterwards, then jump into another relationship after that, and basically just make it even harder for the guys that they left behind. And it honestly becomes so like repeated, like it's like a full-on circle of life situation where you literally are being told that you're just gonna have to deal with it. Like I have to deal with that at home where my dad, he is literally, I'm not gonna say he got pretty boy privilege. He kind of does, but at the same time, he's an asshole. Like that's what most women want. They want an asshole. They want someone that's going to disrespect them, but at the same time, make it show that they just want one thing while also still having that good chemistry and be able to get those resources out of them as well. Because if you don't have no value in yourself, who's going to really value you? That's the real question. And come like it constantly happens over and over and over again because I've dealt with it. I've seen it, and it just becomes more and more where some women think that they are good, think that they are supposed to get into a good relationship, then they basically say, oh, if no guy comes to me, no guy wants to be with me, then I'm just going to go and find a good woman or find someone that could satisfy me or have the money to satisfy me, but then they find nothing. Like honestly, I have seen it so much, so many times over that it is just crazy. I have seen so many YouTube videos where I had to say, I've been through that. I've seen that. Like nobody besides certain people in my family or certain people that actually listens to what I have to say would know that I've been through this trash so many times over. Because you can say that, oh, I'm a good girl, or I am a good woman, or I am this, I am that, but you always go for the assholes. You always go for the guys that basically have like a mask that shows that they are quote unquote good guys, but they are honestly assholes because they know they can get you. They know that they can basically weasel their way into the bedroom, and then when they want to leave, they know that you're going to call them. They know that you're going to basically try and go after them. So, yeah, sometimes pretty boy privilege has its perks. But for me, I feel that that term, pretty boy privilege, that term of just thinking that just because you look good means that you literally can do whatever you want. And it happens so often here in New York, or even in LA, or even in uh, trying to remember the name of the place, like Florida, or even I'm not saying Arizona, but let me see, like more of the bigger cities. I would have to say, uh, trying to remember. Like it's on the tip of my tongue. Like it's literally in my head right now. Like, but it'll probably come later. Uh, um, like it literally is on the tip of my tongue right now. It's like literally is on the tip of my tongue. Like, but definitely what I was saying was the fact that so many women want to have this good fairy tale ending so that they can say that, oh, I finally found this good guy. But at the same time, many women basically make the same mistake over and over and over again because they talk about how they want this good guy, but they're not able to handle said good guy. Because there are two different types of good guy, actually, three. One is that good guy that knows his values, knows when to do what he got to do, and knows what he got to do for his girl as well. And not try to put her on some big pedestal, but actually see her as his partner, not as his queen or his majesty. No, 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 no. That guy is a true keeper. He's literally that golden gem. He is the golden goose within the relationship. He literally knows his values. He works hard. He does everything that he got to do while still caring for himself as much as he cares for her. But then there is the guy that basically would treat her like a queen, bow down before her, and be a human doormat. And honestly, that's just so toxic. It's literally so real, but so toxic. Because Reddit really talks about how bad these relationships really be. Even on YouTube, videos talking about Reddit posts that have actually happened. Because they really cover these guys here in New York or even in other parts of the United States or even outside the United States. And that's crazy to think about this really be happening on other planes of existence that we have never covered. But yeah, and it just keeps getting worse because the fact is so many men have to go through this. And it gets much worse. It gets even worse when we have the third option, literally the stalker. That is the worst option out of any relationship, but at the same time, women basically would go after that type of guy and then end up in a situation where they try to make it seem like they didn't know that type of person that they were, but at the same time the red flags were all over the place. Like, it was not even a red flag, it was literally a tarp. It was literally a full on balloon, like a hot air balloon literally hovered over them with a brick, and they just didn't look at the signs. They didn't look at the signs, and they didn't want to care to look at the signs. But now they are just, I don't know if they're not caring or they're just not focusing on what they're doing. Because right now it's 2022 and women really are so entitled that it's becoming toxic for many men. And many people, even my family, especially my family, and especially certain people within said family, would say that it's not the women's fault, it's the men's fault. But at the same time, the women basically put themselves in this fucking situation where we have to literally try to work on ourselves from A to B. Like, literally from the first stage to the second stage, literally going back to square one every single time, while they literally go from stage one all the way to 1000. Like, it's literally feels like we have to always pick ourselves up just so we can become better, and then look at certain situations that we've been through just to learn better. Well, the women literally either learn from their mistakes or just make the same old dumb mistakes that they've made before. And I still find it funny when so many guys literally look at these women and you have to ask them this one question that I hear so often: why are you single? Like, why don't you have a boyfriend? And then they always give that giggle, they give that twinkle in their eye, and they flip their hair like, who knows why? And I basically am looking at them like, I know why. Because they don't want a relationship. They want someone that's actually going to put up with everything and not change them at all. Like, I'm not trying to say that you have to change someone so that the relationship works. I mean, like, change them as in being that party girl, being that girl that basically just wants hookups, that woman who just wants money. No, 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 no. We're trying to have a good relationship. If we want a relationship, we want, like, literally someone that's going to be loyal, someone that's actually going to be my ride or die. That's what so many men want. But at the same time, everybody's looking at everyone the same way. Like, if they were just dating a bad boy and then try to jump into a relationship with a good guy, it's just going to feel like they're still on that stage of the bad boy and expect the good guy to basically give that same energy. But when that good guy does not give said energy, then the woman basically will cheat or they will backstab, or they will do this, that, and the third. And it's the same thing with certain guys too. So I'm not going to basically say that it's just the girls only. When it comes down to it, it really be on that level of, oh my God, how bad are we going down? And it's feeling like so many guys are going down bad too, because when women act like this, when women treat guys like this, we always give this feeling of we're not enough, or we can't make it out in the world, and we're just gonna be buried like underneath the ground 6 feet deep alone, because we feel that way. We really feel like we're not needed in the world, and then when we're picked up off the ground, we're just put back down. And honestly, just recently, I literally was talking with a chick. She basically gave me that energy where, yeah, like she values who I am. She cares for me. She tries to talk about plans, talking about this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to just like stop it headway, because literally I talked with her about all that stuff before we had our fight. And then when we like came back and started talking again, she never apologized. She never said sorry for anything that she did. All she did was just make it seem like we talked it out. No, no, no. You literally just stopped everything, talked about how I left you and made promises, but at the same time, though, you made promises too, and then talk down to me like I'm not a grown man. I don't have a life, or I have reasons for why I don't want to do these things. And then when I gave her what she wanted, literally she just hung up the call between the two of us, and then made me feel like a $20 hoe. So, no, I'm really starting to think that dating right now is pointless. Like, I've had relationship problems before, and constantly people that are broken come to me. It's not me trying to go to them, it's more them coming to me. And even when I try to say no, I feel like the bad guy in the situation, because I feel like if I say no, they're just going to make the same mistakes again and go after another bad guy. And then I feel like, oh my God, why do I have to, like, and that's the thing, I shouldn't feel like I have to do anything for anyone. And that just sickens me more. And people think that I put that on myself, but at the same time, it feels like the world is putting that onto my shoulders every single fucking time. And I feel like that happens to so many other guys too, where they want to feel loved, they want to feel appreciated, they want to have a good relationship with someone. And then when they see that someone is being disrespected or treated bad, we try to fit that role as the good guy. But then when those moments get cut off, then we just feel like we're not doing enough. And then when we do everything in our power to make sure that things are going good, it feels like we're getting put down bad. We're getting put in a position where, oh my God, what am I doing with my life for this one person that treats me like an ATM, or treats me like a comforting pillow and not treating me like a partner? Yeah, it sucks. It really does. But I feel like many of us guys can find love either outside of the United States or in it, if we find the right person. That might take time. It really would, because many women will say that I can't find the right guy. Oh, you can, but you just choose not to. And us guys really have to work hard. And many women don't want to listen to that. Even one woman herself has written a book about the fact that she was in the shoes of a man. And she had to literally deal with what a man had to go through. And she got treated so bad. She got treated so bad that she ended herself not too long ago. And many women would probably say, good for her. She basically does not belong in this world. That's just disrespectful. That's like, and this is literally what is wrong with the world today. It's really bad how so many people don't want to see the signs that we're literally going to sooner or later either go extinct, or we're just going to end up in a bad position that the world is just bringing for us. Like, little by little, we need to be better. We really need to be better. And this is not me just quoting something from God of War, Ragnarok. Like, we really have to be better. So, ladies and gentlemen, truly look at what's going on around you. Like, literally. And ladies, if you really want a good relationship, really look at what you're doing. Look at yourself in the mirror and see how you're presenting yourself and what kind of person you're trying to be. Because if you're trying to literally lift your pants up and say that I'm the man of this relationship and wanting everything to go your way, or you wanting a man to basically make this amount of money or that amount of money, or you're trying to make him pay for everything that he gives you, or trying to have you live like a queen when you don't even deserve it, then yeah, that's your problem. A man shouldn't have to do that for you. A man should be able to feel like he's doing the right thing and feel like if he's going to do this, he's doing this for a purpose, for a reason. He is doing this because he knows that you'll have his back when the day starts to when the day ends. And this is something that I've seen, and this is what I truly want to see. I've seen it happen. I've seen a true good relationship happen, and it truly needs to be done right. So truly, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want a good relationship, look at yourself deep down before you even jump into one. You are worth so much more than you even know. If you are a woman that wants a good relationship, you have the capability to be in a good relationship, then prove that you want to be in a good relationship. Go past your limitations and truly prove that you are worth it. And men, if you want to be the best version of yourself, then prove that you can be the best version of yourself. Not for anybody else, just you. Because you are worth so much more. This is Devo Vibe signing out.